Want to bring in House Republican leader, Congressman Kevin McCarthy now from D.C. Sir, how you doing? And good morning to you. I got a number of things I want to go through here quickly. Good morning to you. Thank you for your time.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. On guns, first of all, polls suggest majorities in both parties support more background checks and taking guns from those who pose a danger. Is Congress in a position to make a move on this?
Well, you know, the last Congress acted. We acted making sure the National Instant Criminal Background Check had to be updated because we found in some of these shootings before that they were not. Even our own military had not updated it. We're more than willing to work with anyone to make sure that these incidents never happen again and protecting the due process of individuals, and I think we can make that happen.
You think this can happen then?
We can work together and find common ground. I want to make sure we have the facts going forward, that whatever we do stops this from happening again and protecting the rights of the individuals.
All right. In the meantime, on impeachment, Dems will move forward on some aspect of it, likely on Wednesday. How serious is this for your counterparts in the House?
Remember Nadler. He ran for the chairman position of Judiciary on the basis that he would be best to run through impeachment. He's keeping a promise to his conference, not to his district. They are more concerned with Democrats instead of building up America and then tearing down and want to tear down the president. The number one thing we should do coming back right now, we should pass the USMCA. Build the economy to even be stronger. If it came to the floor, it would pass. It would make the negotiations with China, with America, even stronger. Just last month, Mexico became our number one trading partner and Canada our number two. This would make us stronger, and only one person has this power, the Speaker of the House. If she delays it, it's all about politics instead of putting America first.
In the meantime, Mark Sanford says he'll take on the president on Fox News Sunday with Chris. You heard about it, right? Here he is with Chris Wallace on Sunday.
I think we need to have a conversation on what it means to be a Republican. I think that as a Republican Party, we have lost our way. And I'd say so on a couple of different fronts. I'd say first, and sort of the epicenter of where I'm coming from, is that we have lost our way on debt and deficits and spending.
Just take this point there, lost our way. You said it repeatedly, sir. Have Republicans lost their way when it comes to spending, in fact?
No, not at all. I mean, if you watch what the Republicans were able to do on what they had control over in the 8 years they were in the majority, discretionary, they actually spent less than when Nancy Pelosi was Speaker the time before, when I had to hand the gavel back to her. Look, President Trump is going to be the nominee, and President Trump is going to get reelected. Why? Because we have the strongest economy we had in the last 50 years. If you look at the last 13 months, hourly wage has gone up at least by 3% or more every single month. If you look at the statistic when it comes to women aged 25 to 54, the participation rate in the economy is 76.3%, the highest it's been since 2002. This is one of our strongest moments we've had, and we've shown that by having a Republican policy pass where Democrats voted no.
Yeah, I concede a lot of those.
That's the difference of where we go.
I concede a lot of those points to you. Debt's at $22 trillion.
Yeah, and why is the challenge about that? That is the mandatory spending that the Democrats will never let us do anything about to protect for the future generations. The House actually passed the bill and came one vote short on the other side. What have the Democrats done since they've taken the majority? They should change the name of the Budget Committee because they have not produced a budget. If they really cared about the debt, they would have first started by producing a budget. It shows where the real challenge is. And because of the 60 votes in the Senate, it has been the Democrats who have denied us. Those 12 appropriation bills that we have control over, yes, we controlled that spending and made it less than they were spending 8 years before when they were in the majority.
But the mandatory,
where the Democrats had control, they stopped us from this. And now that they have the power in the House, they won't even pass a budget.
Yeah, here's one last point here, the retirements in the House Republican Party. The tweet says House Republicans should allow chairs of committees to remain for longer than 6 years. It forces great people and real leaders to leave after serving. The Dems have unlimited terms. While that has its own problems, it's a better way to go. Fewer people in the end will leave. That point to the side, how do you stop the tide of retirements in the House, sir?
Well, let's think about retirements here. When you look about retirement, it is sad when someone wants to depart. I was very sad when Ted Poe departed in the last Congress, but who followed him? Dan Crenshaw. It's good to have new blood going through. Sensenbrenner has been a tremendous congressman, legislated so much, but he served more than 42 years. All of these have a basis, but there's no concern in the basis of whether we're going to gain the majority back. 31 Democrats sit in seats that President Trump carried. We only have to win 19. Democrats had to win 23 in the last cycle. We have fewer seats to gain with a bigger playing field to go. And the one thing I'm excited about, look at Wesley Hunt down in Houston running for Congress. A West Point graduate, flew Apaches. They just did a recent poll. He's ahead in the poll running against the incumbent. We have a transformation that's happening in the Republican Party with new blood coming in that's only going to make the team stronger. And I know that that's what's going to carry us to the new majority.
Wow. Okay, back in town, back at work, too. Kevin McCarthy, thank you for your time. Off we go. Thank you, sir, for your time there in Washington, D.C.